Hey everybody, my name is FuzzyCub and welcome back to one modded block Skyblock. So if you haven't seen the previous live stream, let me just do a quick recap of what we did while I was live streaming. So we finally finished our house, almost. Still waiting on some of that dark oak to generate. We removed the small island here and we started to make another island, which I'll go over in a moment. We got some basic mechanism stuff sorted, so we could finally make the quantum entangleporter and some power generators. Namely, these guys. And the reason I have them up here on this island is because apparently, I read online that these guys work better the higher they go up. The thing also is, this area is supposed to be for astral sorcery, so I might eventually move these up even higher to build height. This quantum entangleporter just takes all of the power, and it's kind of like Flux Network in a way. You can kind of take all the power here and wirelessly transmit it to other quantum entangleporters, which is kind of what we did yesterday. We also made some more beehives, which are mostly empty, but we do have some intruders, such as a zombie and a bone skeletal bee. And we tried, and failed, to breed our first resource bee, I suppose you would call it. Last night I was trying to breed the crystalline bee and the ashy mining bee. I did a fuzzy again. I didn't read properly or didn't do enough research. I was trying to breed it with a quartz block and a flower, but apparently it's just flowers. You just need flowers. So crystalline bee, ashy mining bee, boop, 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 and no, get out here. Oh, come on, you're embarrassing me now. I love and hate bees at the same time. There he is. And a nomad bee. There, look, they're gonna make a baby. Nice. So what did we get? We got an iron bee. First time. Bee, bee, and go. There we go. Now, thankfully, I also installed this guy over here, next to our quantum entangleporter, the baby incubator. So I can put this guy in here and it should grow up a lot faster. That uses a lot of energy. And there we go. One adult iron bee. So let's take this guy up to a hive. I think I'm going to put him in with the other Prosperibees. And I'm assuming, I'm going to do another fuzzy and not read, but I'm assuming that it is a iron block that it uses. So all I need to do is click this against here. It will think that this is its home. It will go into the beehive. Yeah, there you go. Do your little pollination dance. He's so much bigger than the other bees. You pop in there. Hey, don't bully the little bee. You make some iron comb. Oh, I see something. I see something. I think that's prosperity comb. I think the one behind is iron comb. So we have prosperity comb and an iron comb. Woohoo! Doesn't get that processed into iron grit. I need to grab that out before it moves then. Yes. Did I get it? Yeah, I got it. That means I need to change this guy to iron grit instead of iron. Maybe we need to get some sort of a smelting thing here because all of the metal bees are probably going to produce grit. And I really would like to have it processed before it goes into storage. But that's another fuzzy day problem. For now, I want to get started on Ars Nouveau because I'm tired of walking around everywhere. I want to fly. Fuzzy wants to fly. But before that, I think we need to build a new island to actually do Ars Nouveau on. So, did someone say building montage? And while you enjoy this lovely grass time lapse, why don't you subscribe and click that bell and leave a comment for the algorithm. It really does help my videos. And if you want to know when I'm going to stream or make a new video, don't forget, join the Bear Cave. My Discord, link in description. And there we go. A brand new island just for our Ars Nouveau stuff. I have moved everything over here that was in the Ars Nouveau chest. I did use the leaves to get some saplings, and I grew the 4 Ars Nouveau blazing trees. I think they're called blazing trees. Or, no, archwood trees. I grew all the archwood trees. And that completed this quest, and then I made the Ars Nouveau book, which is basically just a source gem and a book. And I have been doing a little bit of reading of it, and there's a lot. Like, so much more than I thought there was. But the thing that I really want to get is this thing. The Tablet of Flight. Now I believe I can actually hover over this and press control just like the create book used to do. Yes, there we go. And it will tell me in the book how I need to do this. Grants the nearby player the flight effect when they jump, allowing them to creatively fly for a short time. If the player is nearby, this ritual will refresh their flight buff. Each time this ritual grants or refreshes flight, it will expend source jars from nearby. So, what I need to do is I need to make quite a few of these little augment flight tablet thingies, and then I need to find a way to make source. And what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this guy, the agronomic source link. Basically what this thing does is it takes any mana that is generated from a plant or a tree that grows. It uses this agronomic source link to gather it, and then it will send it to a source jar. These things. And then these source jars automatically, if placed beside the pedestal with the flight charm on it, I think it's called flight charm, tablet of flight, basically it'll just refresh itself all the time. So if I get enough of these around the island, I can technically just have creative flight. Now I am still going to go for the mystical agriculture one, but at the moment I do not have enough supremium to make the armor and all the flight augments. And not to mention I still need to go and fight the wither, so that's probably going to be coming up in the next 2 to 3 episodes if I can guesstimate that. But why don't we start by getting some tablets of flight made and see if we can maybe put small farms in the cores of each of these islands and generate a little bit of source. Alright, so that's 8 tablets of flight I can spread around these islands. I'm actually not sure the distance it spreads, but I'm sure we'll find it out if we fall into the void. So what I think I need to do now is I need to make some arcane pedestals for the tablets to go on. Then I need the agronomic source link and the jar. I need to plant some seeds over here. And then I think I read that I can get a carbuncle to harvest stuff for me. So let's see about doing all that. First of all, we need some arcane stone, and I believe to make arcane stone you also just have to surround the source gem with rock. So let's grab 8 of these, stack of that should be enough stone. Oh, and it's a task. Oh wow, you need to collect a stack of each of these, and then you get like 2 stacks back. I don't see the point of that, but because I'm a completionist I will do it. So let us start with the arcane pedestal, which is easy enough. It's just stone. I'm going to place this here. I think I just need to put that guy in there and... no, it doesn't work. So we need to provide that with source. So to store source, we need a source jar, which is easy enough. And if the source jar goes here, it should provide this pedestal and this tablet with source. To make source, we need the agronomic source link, which is some of these, some of this. I kind of regret making my base area so big now, but hopefully the flight charms will help with that. Sorry. Flight tablets. Boop and a boop. Nice. Boop. Boop. Okay, put you there. And if I plant some seeds around this guy, it should start producing source. Oh, hey, Drigme, you want to help? Actually, what do Drigmes do? Does anybody know what a Drigme does? Other than look like this cool elfy gnome dwarfy thing? Let me know in the comments. What exactly does a Drigme do? Oh, we just produced source! Our first source! Does that mean now if I double click in the air, it will give me creative flight? No, but it apparently makes the server back up. What am I doing wrong with this guy? Let me just read up in the book and I'll get back to you guys. So what I think I need to do is make a ritual brazier instead of a pedestal. I was looking at this thinking it was a pedestal, but apparently it's a ritual brazier. So let's make one of them and see if it works. There we go, and there we go. Oh, that's cool looking. So if I click on it to activate it, and then double jump. We're flying! We're flying! I can finally texture the underside of islands. Oh, this is so good. How far away can I go? Is that 1 minute 10 of flight? Wow. That's cool. So if I get one of these like spread out on the 4 corners of the islands area, I should be able to have unlimited creative flight. This makes me a happy bear. I can even ignore all the farticles. So now we need to start thinking about getting that carbuncle over here so he automatically harvests the wheat and replants it, because once all this wheat is grown, we get no more source. I could maybe do it with create, but I like the idea of keeping the Ars Nouveau fueled by Ars Nouveau mobs. So let's go and see, can we get a carbuncle to become our slave? I meant helper. Yeah, helper. And after more reading, yes, Fuzzy has been reading, I figured out that I think I need to change the crop. I need to start growing mage blooms, because apparently there is robes in this mod, which when you wear them, allow you to have more mana for casting spells. So mage bloom turns into mage bloom fiber, and the mage bloom fiber turns into the robes that you need to wear. So in order to get mage bloom seeds, we need an enchanting apparatus with any seeds and some source gems. And an enchanting apparatus needs pedestals around it and a source of source. So an enchanting apparatus, very simple, 4 iron, 1 diamond, and 3 arcane stone. I'm so happy I can do this now. Just fly back to the island. Whee! You have no idea how long it took me to get around this island. I had to edit out so much of me just jumping and running. So iron, diamonds, some arcane stone, and we have 1 enchanting apparatus. And then we'll make 8 more arcane pedestals. Nice. So I'm just gonna put this guy here for now because, yeah, I don't know where else to put it. I assume it's close enough to the source to actually use the source, unless I need to put on something underneath that thing. To the book! Looks like we need to put an arcane core underneath it, which also is very easy to make. Gold, some more stone, 1 arcane core. So now I'm going to assume it's as easy as putting 4 of these in and then clicking a seed in the middle. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Yoink. Mage bloom acquired. I'd also just like to point out at this stage that I love the way this mod looks. I love it when mod developers put effort into how things look and make it so nice and pretty. I wonder if this mod has the same author as Astral Sorcery, because that is also a really pretty mod. So now let's start by ridding this field of wheat, planting our mage bloom here, and hopefully it grows quite fast. I suppose we could make like 1 or 2 more of them. Yeah, you know, let's make 1 or 2 more mage bloom seeds. It's so cool looking. So after quite a lot of time and quite a lot of bone meal later, I have figured out that the plants, they don't drop seeds, so I need to find a way to get a lot more source gems so I can make more mage bloom seeds. Although, having said that, we do have quite a lot of mage bloom already, and each one of these gives you 4 fiber, so maybe we can actually switch back to something different. I've also been reading, and I'm going to make the novice spellbook and the novice equipment and work my way up to the archmage spellbook. I think that might need a nether star. Yeah, needs a nether star. And a Wilden Tribute. But we will eventually make it there. But once I get the Novice Spellbook, I can start learning spells. And there is a thing called the turret. And the turret can be programmed using the Novice Spellbook to basically cast a spell automatically at specific intervals. Meaning I can completely automate the production of source. So let's go ahead and craft the Novice Spellbook. Whee! So for the Novice Spellbook, we need sticks. No, I'm joking. We need 1 shovel, 1 pickaxe, 1 axe, and 1 sword, made of iron. We also need a book, which is one is here. And basically, what you do is you just combine all of these things together, and it gives you the Novice Spellbook. Nice! Now, you see in the bottom left corner there, I have a new bar that just popped up. That is my mana bar. Now, it's very, very low at the moment because it's just basically just been unlocked. But the more spells I unlock, the more mana I get. Also, some of my villagers sell mana regen and mana something else. I can't remember what it is now. But they sell books that allow me to enchant my robes, and I can have more mana and regenerate mana faster. So let's take a look at this book. So this seems quite easy. I've never really played around with this mod, but from what I can see, it's very intuitive. So the form means what the spell does. So touching something, doing it on yourself, or projectiles. So touching something means if I have a spell and I left click, it will enact that spell upon what I left click. Self is pretty self-explanatory. It will do it to yourself. And projectile means it will shoot it. So for example, if I do touch, break, and we call this spell break, we can create. Now I just need to find out what the what the keybind is for this. Let us keybind this to V. And if we hold V, we can see we have a wheel with 10 spells, the first one being break. And let me just grab a little bit of dirt. Now I assume now, because we have this set to break, by clicking on this, we should break it. And you see in the bottom left there, it uses quite a substantial amount of mana. But like I said earlier, we can make that a little bit better by getting mana regen. So like I said, the next thing we need to do is we need more spells. We need a lot more spells than just harm and break. And we especially need harvest for this over here. So in order to unlock spells, we need to make something called a glyph press. So let's see. Glyph press. So this guy here. Now, I assume he uses mana, so I'll put him next to the source jar here. Between episodes, I will make this place a lot more pretty and more functional, but you just have to bear with the clutter for now. So if we take a look at the War Notebook again and go back to tier 1 spells, you will see that each of these spells can be unlocked. So for example, Amplify is a really handy one because it makes spells stronger at the cost of mana. So Amplify, if I put into the glyph press magic clay and a diamond, I can make the Amplify glyph. Amplify glyph. That's really hard to say. So why don't we go and make some magic clay, which I think is fairly easy to make. Yeah, let's make a few of these. I'm assuming we're going to need them. Let's grab a diamond out. Let's put a magic clay in here and a diamond in here. And there we go. Add a bit of source and it turns into... Oh, that's so cool. Why is this mod so cool? Hey, thief. I can't say I'm mad at you. You're so cute. So anyway, we have the Amplify glyph. I'm just going to make mistakes every time I say that word. But as far as I can tell, all I need to do now is have the Novice Spellbook in my inventory and right-click this. And now we have unlocked Amplify, which is an augment. So what I could do now is I could say projectile, harm, amplify. And I could call that kill. It's on slot 2. Go to create. And that should be a spell that kills more powerfully than normal at a distance. Shall we go up to the mob farm and maybe check and see? Turn you off. Wait for some mobs. Change to spell 2. And there we go. That is the kill spell. Now it uses up quite a lot of mana, but as we unlock more spells, that's not going to be a problem. And don't forget, we can also craft some of the mana robes, which I think is as simple as throwing this stuff into the crafting table. So we have a hood, boots, pants, and a robe. And putting all of these on gives us a boosted mana. So you see, the kill spell that took 1/3 of our mana earlier now only takes barely a quarter. And now we look like a weird little Eskimo. So between episodes, I'm going to unlock a ton more glyphs, and I'm going to work on this place because it's looking a little bit shabby. So yeah, that means unfortunately that's the end of the episode. So if you liked the episode, please like, subscribe, leave a comment for the algorithm, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.